Hello, Endeavor artists. It is a new week. Well, kind of. I guess by the time we have art, it's already Wednesday, but I'm recording it before the week starts, so it feels like a new week right now. Let's start together with our artists. Um, get motivated, positive self talk. Get ready for a challenging day. So it's a fun day, but it's a challenging day. So if you could please say this with me: I am an artist. I am a creator of ideas and a solver of problems. Sometimes the problems are on my paper, sometimes they're with my neighbor, or my brother, or my sister, or my cat, or my dog, or whatever, whoever. Sometimes they're inside of myself. But I know I can solve problems because mistakes are opportunities to learn and grow. And I am proud to be an artist. We forgot to do that last week. I forgot to do that last week. Maybe you did it anyway, but got to remember to do that. It's putting those positive thoughts into our own head, convincing our brain that we can do it. We can do hard things. So that'll get you ready for today because we got some fun challenges. So, quick reminder, this probably looks familiar if you are a third grader who went to Endeavor for second grade. And we did this curvy line drawing. It was about this same time last year, so around October. And it was one continuous line, and that was challenging for some of us. We had to put our marker, we used a marker that day, put our marker on the paper, and we drew the whole thing, filling it with curves and loop-de-loops. And I told you a story about driving and how I had to know where I was going, and I stopped every once in a while to look around and go, am I going the right way? So that was kind of the same thought of our pen, and it was okay to stop to see, but we wanted to keep our pen on the paper. Or if we did lift it up, we had to put it right back down in the exact same place so that we had that what looks like one really long drawing. And then the fun part, the next part of that, was then when we came in and we started to fill in all of those curves and loop-de-loops with funny little faces and things. And oh my gosh, you guys had all kinds of ideas like pizza and animals and puppies and pineapples and penguins. Notice my alliteration. Anyway, that was a really fun project. So we're going to kind of keep some of the skills in your mind from that project, especially with the one-liner, and bring it into today. So some of you might recognize the name Pablo Picasso. Oh, okay, I did not do that on purpose. Pablo with a P, Picasso with a P. I didn't do that on purpose. Anyway, he was a super duper famous artist. He loved to paint, he loved to draw, he loved to make things, sculpture, clay, all kinds of art. He was really very famous. He came from was born in the country of Spain, but lived most of his life in the country of France. But really famous artist. And he used to warm up, kind of get himself ready to be creative by doing all kinds of things. So one of those things being his one-liner drawings. So you can see this camel up here in the corner. I'm following it with my mouse. It's one line. So he put his pen or his pencil on the paper and then did not lift it up again until he was done. He does a better job with some of them. I love this little dog. There's a flamingo and a bird. This one is, I've never seen this one of Picasso. I think I got the wrong picture in there. Especially because you know what? Those baby pigs are not one line, meaning when the artist drew the big pig, they picked up their pencil and then came over and did the little pigs. Oh, and look at the eye on that one. This is a cheater. That is not a one-liner. Back to the horse, though, it is. Here's another bird, looks like a hawk. This pig, I think that is a one-liner. Oh, except for the eye. Oh, no, I don't know if it is. Look at the ears. Um, this one is a one-liner, but I don't know what it is. Looks interesting. This is Picasso drawing, one of his very famous ones. Actually, both of these birds down here. But you know what? Those are not one-liners either. Man, I have the whole book of Picasso one-liners, but of course I left it at school and I'm not at school. So, a couple of the wrong pictures in there. But you know what? That's actually good for us because it made me really put on my what my dad used to call my sharp eyes, not like pokey, but like really seeing sharply and noticing that those are not one-liners. But the one that you're about to do is a one-liner. So let me get my head out of these directions here. I'll put myself up here. So here's your plan for the day. You're going to try to use a pencil. Well, you could use a pen if you wanted to, and let's think of it as like an ish drawing. So if you remember last week, we did ish drawings, meaning it looked like face-ish. So if it wasn't perfect, that's okay, and that's a great frame of mind to have today as you're working on a one-liner. The expectation of perfection, throw it out the door. We're not worried about perfection today. We're worried about trying something new. We're focused on experimenting with a drawing style that we've maybe never done before, and that is okay. In fact, that's really good for us as artists to learn and grow. So you're going to pick something. Could be anything. Could be a face, a dog, a hand, a house, some food, a bike, a person, a truck, a remote control, a bag of chips, a plant, anything. And try to draw it in one continuous line. That means once you touch your pencil or pen to the paper, you cannot lift it up until you get completely finished. If you have an oops, if you go, oh my gosh, I just lifted up my pencil, my paper, my marker, whatever you're using, that's okay. Put it right back down exactly where it was, just like we did last year when we were drawing our continuous line, trying to fill up that whole paper. Sometimes we ran off the side of the paper, had to come back over, and then keep going. So let's not let mistakes stop us from trying this. Let's just solve those problems. So that is challenge number 1. It's a continuous line drawing. Picasso called them one-liners. And I did not hit forward. Here we go. Where are we here? There we go. How about this one? Can you find the start and stop points for this one-line drawing? It's tricky. I saw them immediately, and then I went back and said, hey, is this a cheater? But the more I looked closely, the more I figured it out. So I'm going to keep going, but you can come click through these slides, and if you need more time, just stop on this one. You can pause on this slide. Okay, there's the next fun project of the day. So we're doing kind of 2 little mini drawings. This one is called the Impossible Triangle. It looks like lots of lines as you're working on it. Well, it is, but it actually in the end it only looks like one line. So kind of kooky. Here's how it's going to go. The first step is right over here. So on these directions, anytime you see a red line, that's the new step. So you don't actually have to go grab a red pen or a red colored pencil. Just the red line is the new step. So step 1, straight lines. You're making a triangle, but you're going to see that the lines are longer, like they extend past. So normally a triangle you're going to meet at the point, but this one they extend past. So a little bit longer. That's important. On step 2, next to the lines that you just drew, you're going to draw a parallel line. Hey, we learned that last year in art class. Parallel means they're not going to touch. They're going to go right next to it. So off the tip, there it is on number 1, down here, there it is. You're going to extend up, parallel, over here, down, parallel, over here, over parallel. So it's just repeating. Then over here, I'm very confused. Oh, there it goes. You just do it again. So now where it extended on step 2, over on step 3, you're going to go up and then down and then over again. Well, that kind of messed with my mind for a second. Step 4, you can see the new steps in red. They're really short. They're just closing them up. So close up the top, close up the side, close up the other side. Step 5, let me get my face out of the way over here. Let's see, step 5. What happens in step 5, you guys? Anything? I don't even see anything different. What? Give me my face off of there. Step 4, step 5. Is it the same thing? Oh, it's so confusing. Maybe. Well, if you're smarter than me, maybe you'll figure it out. All right, step 6 is kind of fun, and this is a challenge if you wanted to. They're adding something called shading or shadows. So you can see how they just took their pencil and kind of shaded it or colored it just lightly at the top, then down here in the bottom, but only in part of it. And then over here in the corner, and then over here in the other corner, down over here, over in here, just a little bit, and it really makes it look like you can't see if it's coming forward or going backward. So tricky. So here's the thing. I'm going to put this video of me talking on slide number 1, but the other slides are available for you. So if I'm going too fast, I'm talking too quickly, you're going to open this up, hit present, and then you can just click through, because actually on slide 7, the one after this, there we go, there's a YouTube video that actually shows the drawing in action of the impossible triangle. So right now, you can't hit the play button of this because you're hitting the play button of me. But when you get to slide 7, you can actually watch that video. So much easier than just listening to me try to describe it, especially because I got so confused. All right, 3rd graders, you superstars of the world, you champion artists, I miss you. I miss you a lot. Thank you for those of you who are emailing me your artwork. You do not have to. Sometimes I know it's your families who are like, am I supposed to be sending the art teacher the pictures that you're working on because you are working so hard? If you choose to, yes, please do. I know that I've got people just like grabbing a phone, taking a picture. Some of you are pretty savvy and you know how to use the Chromebook camera, holding up your paper and taking a picture that way. If you do, awesome. You just email those to me, kdanielson@5schools.com. I will teach you, I think, how to use that Chromebook camera, maybe next week or the week after, because it's pretty cool. In fact, maybe your teachers would even want you to learn that skill, because if you do something in writing on paper for your regular classroom teacher, you can also take the picture and email it that way or share it in Google Classroom. So it's a cool thing to know. So I will teach you that. But if you want to email me, that's cool too. All right, I hope you're well. I hope that you are finding time to work on art. If the 11 to 11:35 time doesn't work for your family, that's cool. Just access the Google Classroom anytime. You can come back to it. So because it's posted, then it's available to you. So click on it when you have time to do something, or click on it twice if you want to do it a second time. All right, so I better quit talking. This is always the awkward part, you guys, because I can never remember how to stop the video. Is it this? Is it this? I think it's right here. All right, take care.